Alright, here we go. Round 3 of the Covenant of the Blue Muffalo. I'm going to go for another hour right now. It's 11:34 a.m. And I'm going to try to go for an hour. So around 12:30-ish I will try to stop. Um, I think this is a mod to add, or maybe it's just a setting. I don't remember. Anyway, um, speaking of mods and settings, I did, like in the last video, try to point to something that was on my screen up here that what you guys couldn't see. So don't worry about that. So a couple things that I did while the game was paused. I haven't really unpaused it except for maybe for a second accidentally unpaused it. I am turning this barn area into an actual barn. Um, Barn. Yep, good. I laid that out right. And so I'm going to wall that off so that the animals will be walled off so that if, for example, say a muffalo is unconscious because it already got attacked by a warg, it'll be inside so another warg can't attack it, for example. Not that that would ever happen. I'm also going to build this little bone corridor, and then I'm going to start building some bedrooms off this corridor. Now, I could have just put this smack directly against that. I'd rather have a corridor just so they can bypass this without having to truck through this main room or through bedrooms or anything. Now, the blueprints mod, oh, I did save a blueprint, but I didn't really label it right as a bedroom. You can, save the blueprints. I saved a blueprint for a bedroom. I'm going to plop some of those down here. And you can, plop them down right overlapping with the other ones, which is super nice, and just easily duplicate a whole... it's a different size. We'll just do that for now. I'm going to delete these just so people don't try to sleep in them right now. Ideally, I have a bunch of leather, so I can make leather bedrolls, and then people will finally lose these annoying slept on ground -4 penalties, in addition to getting rid of the -4 awful bedroom penalties. Now, we are going to need to do something about this slept in the heat. So this is just a little bit too hot for the pond. So outdoors, it's 17 degrees Celsius, or 17 degrees Celsius. Is it colder in here? Probably because I built this and it was cold that night and it hasn't equalized. So rooms do sort of retain heat a little bit. Double walling them will help them retain heat better. That's a little bit more than I can afford right now in terms of labor and stone. But anyway, this is just a little bit too hot. It's 28 degrees, 83 Fahrenheit. Ponds are comfortable from 15 to 25 degrees Celsius. So from about 60-ish to 80-ish. This is 83 Fahrenheit, so it's just a little too hot. These rooms will pretty much equalize with these. Once we get complex furniture, we can do vents to make sure that rooms next to each other equalize. Stockpiles, I moved some stockpiles in here. I don't know if that's the best idea or not. I might just throw some stuff in the hallway too, because it reduces the beauty of the room. Right now this beauty is ugly. I mean, it's got a bunch of this stuff lying there that hasn't been hauled yet. I've changed this daylily spot to be up and down the middle here. I'm not going to have them focus on planting that. That's a winter project. Once we've got the harvest in, which is going to be my main goal for this episode probably, then to keep the planters busy and get their skills up so that more of them, which we did actually get somebody high enough to skill 8 to start planting heel root. But this will help get the planter skill up so that next spring they'll be able to plant very quickly. And multiple people will be able to help out with planting heel root and the trees and the other stuff like that. One other thing on the butcher table, I realized I messed up this bill that I said to make raw compost forever. I told it to make it out of plant scraps, when what I really wanted it to make it out of forever was rotted mush. Rotted mush is food that has reached past its sell-by date, that just turns into rotted mush. And it's no good for anything else except making compost. These rotted mush and plant scraps, not in the base game, that's part of the Rainbow Flames Fertile Fields. But anyway, so use up all the rotted mush, make compost, that's what it's there for. And then after that, if we still don't have 20 compost, use up the remaining rotted mush and go ahead and use some plant scraps. So that should be good. And then the other things that I want to get this construction done right now, which I think Ashcan is, yeah, hauling slate blocks to this blueprint here. I want to wall this off, do this construction, and get the harvest in. Those are my big things: is construction and harvesting. After that, in the winter, then people will be sitting around and can do some crafting and some of some better clothes, and some art even possibly. I'm gonna unpause this now. We also at some point need to get around to cleaning up all this vomit from when Ashcan was vomiting all over the place from food poisoning. A cleaner kitchen will help prevent food poisoning. Psychic Sooth's ending. Okay. A cleaner kitchen will help prevent food poisoning. A cleaner... Oh, you hauled this there, but you didn't... Oh, then you had a meal. Snack break. Okay, that's fine. Where you go now? Hauling bone ash. Okay, fine. Go ahead. Building those things would be nice too, but hauling that stuff's still not a bad idea. The monk will start doing more construction when he wakes up. But yes, in addition to a clean or sterile even room, which actually I don't want to. There we go, clean dirt. That's what I want to see. Cleanliness. There we go, clean. In addition to helping with the hospital, the other rooms that benefit from being clean and sterile are kitchens and research rooms. I'm probably going to put both my kitchen and research room in the same place. It will probably even be this here, and this will be the main food storage. Once it gets colder, ooh, basic traps, good. Next in queue, complex clothing. Okay. What do I want to do? Do I want to make some basic traps? Not really. I don't have a good choke point yet. But it's important to know that I can do it. I no longer have this alert over here about needing to have security in place. I do have the note about the warm clothes, which is going to be an issue sooner than later. Oh, I also had him build a roof area. I set up an order for build roof area right here, just so there's a little, once it starts snowing, I'll have a little path that I can walk on here that's not under the snow. And they can stand under this and not be in the rain if it's raining and they want to do that. Can I? It's a little dangerous to do a roof across there without building a pillar. That's not a priority right now. Maybe in the winter once it's snowing and they're bored and looking for stuff to do because there's nothing outside to do, or if I need to keep them inside because of the cold. I can double the speed. It starts on speed 1, but... What's the monk doing? He's awake, he's relaxing socially. So this person, I realize they're from the Flying Okanai Covenant, which is the faction that is always going to be hostile no matter what. So trying to wait until they're fully healed and release them for a good rep with them is not a thing that's going to actually happen. Cloth parka. Yeah, we're going to... Oh. Okay, fine. We're going to strip you and then send you off home. Monk's awake. Can you do that? Yeah. Can you release prisoners? Prisoners. Release. And this guy is being recruited, which it's going to be a while. If we can get him into a nicer bedroom so his mood goes up, then he'll be more easily recruited. Right now, the only reason his mood is so high, he's got a plus 40 from catharsis, and that's from having a mental break. So after you have a break, you get the catharsis buff in there to prevent you from immediately having another mental break. But yeah. A lot of negative stuff that maybe we can do something about. haul this parka away so they don't take it. If they want to put their hat back on, that's fine. I just want to have that parka for someone else. Okay, and Monk's putting it on. Oh yeah, the Monk's cooking primarily, and that's good. So now that Ashcan's awake, he's going to do the constructing. Taking some bone over here. Making an actual barn. Now the other thing I didn't really talk about, this geyser right here puts out heat. That's a natural source of heat. If we were playing with electricity, we could build a geothermal generator over it with the proper tech. But even without it, I could extend a little wall around that and get it to heat this area, which I do plan on doing. If the area that the geyser's heating is very, very small, it can get really hot, especially if you double wall it. You can actually get it hot enough to incinerate bodies. It takes a while. You basically have to build just a 4x4 square, double wall it, put 2 layers of doors in there, keep the inner one locked so people don't go in there and try to clean up the ash from burned bodies. And then it is an effective incinerator. Now, why would you want to do this, I might ask? I will answer that, and then we'll get to deal with the fact that this lynx is hunting one of our people. Dead bodies are awful to look at. I think someone potted down over here somewhere. I don't see it. There was like someone that we didn't get to rescue when their transport pod crashed down here. Seeing that dead body gives people seeing a dead body gives people a pretty hefty mood debuff that stacks. Seeing a rotted dead body, which I think this counts as it's desiccated, probably just because it's so dry. When there's no flesh and it's just skull and bones or stuff like that, that is even worse. So eventually, with things like raiders that have attacked or pods that crashed and you can't get to them in time, these dead bodies build up. Now you can bury them. That takes time and also space, and in a long enough game you're going to have a huge graveyard. So being able to dispose of the corpses by incinerating them is something that you might have to do sometimes. But another thing you can do with, I think this Fertile Fields mod allows you to burn corpse for compost. That's what we're going to do for disposal of humans, except for our colonists. Our colonists are going to get sarcophagi, and we're going to bury them and have a little tomb room. But anyone who's not part of our colony who dies is going to get turned into compost, which, as far as RimWorld war crimes go, is the least of the war crimes. Okay, this lynx is hunting Mai for food. Where's Mai? Here. So this lynx hasn't gone manhunter yet. It's just trying to hunt Mai. If I draft Mai and a couple other people and have them drafted hunt and shoot at the lynx from range, with enough shooting skill and animal skill and enough range, it's possible to just drive that lynx away or even kill it without it becoming manhunter and going full aggro on us. That said, I'm going to bring out Ashcan as well. But who are we got? Sonoma. We're going to draft you, have you stand next to Mai. Don't try to arrest Mai. That's not the option that I want. You're all going to stand here and drafted hunt. Ashcan, where are you? Over there. Okay. Stop building. I want you to come over here just in case this lynx gets close enough. See, okay, we hit it and it's driving it away. Good. It knows it got hit, but because of the high enough animal and hunter skill, except not high enough to hit very often, it knew that, and now it's going manhunter. It knew that it got hit but didn't know where it was coming from, so it just runs away. That's what happens most of the time when you're hunting things, but animals have different, wildlife, has different hunting chance. I think the lynx was 10%. There's an Arctic fox that's got a 2% to attack back when you shoot at it. Some of the little wildlife, the hares and snow hares, never going to fight back. They're just going to flee because that's what they do. These people are undrafted. That's fine. Ma, you're bringing in a rice crop. That's good. And Ashcan, you're going back to building the bone wall, yes. Okay. We have got a bedroom. I could start production. Nope. Furniture. Bedroll. Plain leather. Not light leather. We don't have enough light leather for anything. But for 40, we have enough for 3. Some of these might be crappy, but it's going to be better than nothing. It's going to be certainly better than the sleeping on the ground. So in addition to the mood buff, I think actually having a bed might increase their rest efficiency, which is the amount of normal, not bad. Rest efficiency 95%. I don't know what sleeping on the ground is. I don't know if this hovering over a bed will tell us what the rest efficiency is. Nope. I'm gonna guess it's 70%. I could check the wiki, but so 95% is not bad. And the quality of the bedroll, I think, affects that. Immunity gain speed factor. You gain immunity faster in a bed than on the floor. Surgery success chance, it tells you for any bed, which is nice to know. What's the surgery success? Oh, good, we did release that person. 42%, yeah. So beds are good. Sleeping on the ground is good. Is not as good. Beds are better than sleeping on the ground, is what I'm trying to say. Let's haul urgently this lynx inside, just so it gets done sooner rather than later. Deteriorating because of unroofed outdoors, not refrigerated, spoils in 2.2 days. Now, we're not there yet. We're in Junegist 14th. We're going to hit technically fall tomorrow. And then we might be able to see what refrigeration actually does in terms of extending the shelf life of foods. And medicine. Herbal medicine, anyway. The more refined medicine actually has an indefinite shelf life. Herbal medicine does not. It's still pretty long, even unrefrigerated. So my plan is once we have more than one stack of medicine, we keep one accessible and the others we can keep in the cold storage. But okay, so this is roofed. Fully roofed. This is not roofed. Oh, this is not even a room yet, technically. But this is going to be much cooler. Yeah, someone might get a slept in the cold penalty rather than a slept in the heat penalty. But you know what? That's better than... it's better than the awful barracks penalty. It's the same. The slept in heat or cold are the same as each other. Neither one's better than the other. Oh, looks like we made some compost. So someone's going to haul that into the compost bin, finish building that, and then it'll slowly crank out fertilizer over the course of a number of days. That used up most of the rotted mush too, so that's good. Manager, what are people doing? Researching, sleeping, smoking meat, cooking simple meal. Coleman, you're nice and all. I'm glad you're here for researching. Once I get through some of the initial research, I might have to let you go if we're getting low on food. You can do plants and animal stuff, so I guess you can stick around, but... So, what else have we got going on? This is an awful barn. I don't care, the animals don't care. So these are awful with a slightly positive score. It's possible we might be able to push this up to dull with a little bit of tender love and care. Getting low on bone, though. Did we butcher that lynx? Looks like we did. What other wildlife is out here? Some caribou. Okay, so let's do that. While... I know I'm throwing everybody's sleep schedule off. I don't care. While... Who's got... Is Ashcan the only one with a... Yeah. Okay. So everybody but Ashcan is going to wake up, and while the caribou are asleep... Okay, I'm just going to draft you all, have you stand right here. Go to wildlife caribou down there. Okay. They're a little bit easier to hunt when they're asleep because it takes a while to realize what's going on. Might as well drafted hunt and stop here and shoot at this bunny rabbit. Cool. So I added a mod that gives animals different colors. You might have noticed that with the... okay, so I got Caribou Revenge from that caribou right before I shot him for the final time. This is a good spot to hunt right here. Okay. There we go. Should be able to bring him down. Yep. So in terms of like fighting and stuff, if these things were things with ranged weapons, hiding behind the granite chunks provides us with some cover. And it would also slow him down when he makes that last final step to try to get onto over the granite block to us. What do I want to do? I haven't forbid anything, so I'm just going to allow everything. And now we're going to, after that's finished off, undraft. Nope, don't eat your food out here. That's a bad idea. You haul the snow hare. You haul the caribou. You haul this caribou. You haul this caribou. Oh, feeding a meal to Chelsom. Okay, sure. Everybody else was just going to eat a snack immediately, which is not the smartest thing to do. Oh, actually... Ooh, okay. So this is interesting. This might be our end game here. That's interesting. So there is an AI that has a spaceship. Friendly AI with a spaceship. History, messages. Named Charlton Whitestone has a message for you. He has a hidden starship on the planet. Reveals its coordinates. And if we can get to that ship, we can take off from the planet. So this might be our end game if we get that far. And the fact that it is way in the middle of the frozen tundra, far away from everything else, is interesting to me. I've never actually done the end game of finish building a ship and take off. You can finish building a ship and take off, or you can go to the AI's ship. So we might go on a pilgrimage at the end of the game to the North Pole, which is going to be a very cold North Pole given how cold this planet is. Average temperature minus 33 degrees Celsius, minus 27 Fahrenheit. From minus 60 Celsius in the winter, minus 77 Fahrenheit in the winter, to 22 degrees in the summer. So that's definitely something we'd want to do in the summer and not want to get caught out there over the winter, but I think you have to stay for a while. I struck compacted machinery. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I'm expanding this awful room a little bit so it's a slightly bigger awful room, which with the amount of stuff piled up in here is not going to make any difference. But if we can clear this stuff out of here and make this just the kitchen slash research room slash hospital, once we expand out all this other stuff, then yeah, it might actually be decent. What is this lying here? Oh no, that's just the bone armor that I can see on him. Poking out a little bit through his parka. Caribou Revenge, we could ignore those. So getting better hunting skill, better range on your bows, and who else is our cook? Raid. Nuna, who's sleeping. What's going on with this raid? They're attacking immediately. They're from the hostile faction. It's just this one guy who arrives in a pool of caribou blood. Undergrounder misogynist? Nope. Bisexual with a wooden foot. Nope, double nope. Okay. I'm going to keep an eye on him as he arrives. Okay, he's kind of booking it, so let's pull everybody together. We can let the monk sleep in. Ash cans in front. Did I ever make that club? I thought I was going to make a club. Did I just put it on the thing but it didn't get made yet? Okay. Not that I care about saving that guy. So this guy is dead. We are going to add a bill. Burn corpse for compost. After cooking simple meals, but we're gonna burn corpse for compost forever. Allow fresh or rotten human-like corpses, but not colonist corpses. Yeah. And yeah, we're not gonna do anything with animal corpses at the moment. Okay. See who's getting this little bubbly thing there. Observed corpse. And those only last 12 hours, but they stack. So if you kill a bunch of people and just leave them there in your kill box with your traps, eventually the colonists who have to walk through that are going to be just not happy at all. Do I want to... okay, actually, we're going to make a zone, dumping zone for human corpses. Corpses of not animals. But we are going to tell Nuna to just burn this guy now. Gear, cloth took, chitin t-shirt. No, we're not saving that stuff. I could strip him first and use those, but it would count as tainted apparel, and all of my people would have mood penalty. Whoever wore it would have a mood penalty for wearing a dead person's clothes. And we don't want that. We're going to orders cancel, trying to refertilize that soil. I'm going to get a pretty decent harvest in. Rice is the quickest to grow. It is fairly labor intensive. Corn takes a long time to grow and is the most labor efficient. I'm not sure if I can afford to really grow corn here. Maybe once I have better control over field fertility and are these guys stuck in the barn? They should be allowed out to graze. While there's still time to do that. I wanna, while I'm at it, ooh, who's got a minor break risk? Nuna, from observing, oh, she's hauling other dead bodies. Oh, because I unforbid it. And she's ravenously hungry. Yeah, that's not good. Okay. She's starving. Just finish. Oh, hair self-tamed. Great. Just what I need. I am going to designate new zone. Manage area. Let's pick a redder color. Can we get a redder color? No? Alright, fine. For slaughter. S. Laughter. Whoops. And this is why I create and name my zones off camera. And we're going to designate a teeny tiny spot right here. And we're going to say, hey, rabbit, stand there. Here comes the rabbit. And I bet you know what's coming next. Oh, I incinerated this guy. And okay, here's his eel skin parka, tainted chitin. Yeah, okay, I guess we need to burn, set a build to burn apparel. Clear all. We're just burn just tainted apparel. Tainted apparel that's less than normal quality. How about that? Actually, hold on a second, I messed that up. We want to burn all apparel that's tainted, that's less than normal quality, except marine helmets, other armor, if for some reason they have that. And for now, we'll hold off on burning the parkas. We don't want to burn these either. Yeah, so the monk is relaxing socially, smoking meat. Okay, rather than smoke meat, why don't you get rid of this apparel? Who's in a good mood? May, we're going to force you to wear this tainted eel skin parka. Although your mood's going down very quickly now that you're awake. Oh, you're ravenously hungry. Okay. So this little thing shows where the mood is going to. That shows where it currently is. There's no where it's going to on the food and rest bar and recreation, because it's constantly going down. Outdoors is not constantly going down. It's constantly going down when they're inside, and it's constantly going up when they're outside. Beauty moves around a bit. Comfort moves around a bit. Okay. How are we doing here? We could give someone these bedrooms now. Do we have enough bone to finish the bedrooms? We will once we finish butchering. Alpaca wool pants. Tainted. Nah. We can still burn those. Now, a little RimWorld trick that I learned that I didn't know when I first started playing is that people can share stools or chairs. These two people are both sitting in the same chair. How? Why? I don't know. I'm just glad that I don't have to build more chairs. What else we got going on? We can haul these things out. So right now it is the 1st of September. It is technically the end of the growing season according to this, but stuff's still growing okay. It's 3 degrees outside. Once we start seeing such and such died of cold, then I'm going to just do a massive blitz harvest. I could do it sooner, but I'm okay risking it a little bit just to try to eke out a little bit more growing stuff. How about these muffalo here? Expand allowed zone grazing. Okay, they can still get to some grass and stuff that's down here. I don't need to expand that anymore. I should clear this from the allowed area. And expand the allowed area just a little bit to here. I don't know if I technically need to give them a corridor like this, but I might want to give them a door over here, but not right now. What was that sound? Oh, is that me finally getting around to slaughtering the hare? Okay. This is not refrigerated, spoils in 1.3 days. Oh, I got some other hares here. Oh, one was one that's self-tamed. One was the one that I shot when on the way to the other things. Coleman, you're helping out with that. That's fine and all. I'm going to have you prioritize hauling these chunks out of here. This room's still awful no matter what, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. But now this will let me expand this zone a little bit if I wanted to. Which I think I'm going to want to make sure the rice gets in. Or actually, I'm storing most of the rice in there, so it doesn't matter that much. Coleman, can you plant or harvest? Work. Wait. Was there somebody? Oh no. Okay, everybody's set for no medicine right now, which is unfortunately how I need it to be. You are capable of plants. You're not great at it. But I think I'm going to set you to plant cut. You grow and plant cut. You're asleep right now, so that's fine. Cancel hauling that. What? Okay, I think these things are messed up. Priority, okay, priority meat. This is priority vegetables. Why is there a pile of... Okay. Someone haul that so we can get vegetables in there. There we go. Okay, Monk, stop doing that. Expand this zone so we can have more than one type of meat. I know there's only a little bit of hare meat, but there you go. And make the simple meals right now with not smoked meat. Now we've got enough bone to finish... Oh, we did finish that. That's good. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to mine that out. And then we're going to build, structure, bone door. Steel door. So it's stronger, but still quick to open. Just in case we need to get animals in and out of there quickly, and just in case it gets attacked. Alright, most of that work's on you, Ashcan, so you're going to have a big day ahead of you. How cold is it at night here? 4 degrees. Okay, so it doesn't drop to freezing yet. People need warm clothes. We're going to... Who's our good crafter right now? Good at crafting, or... Yeah. 0, 2, 1, 7. Yep. So Nuna, you're cooking, that's fine. But what we really need you to do is craft. Make that steel club for Ashcan, so we can whack people without maiming them. Steel club, Ashcan, equip that. And then we're going to make some... Now I could make parkas, would be warmer. Oh, I can't actually make the... Oh yeah, I can't make complex clothing yet. Okay, that's what I'm waiting for. Okay, so I think we're having an issue because people can't haul stuff in here because these stockpiles are... So, some of you may have noticed that my stockpiles are bigger than they should be. I've got this thing called Stack XL, which lets you change the stack sizes. By default, that makes them 10 times as big. I did not want that, so I just made them twice as big. All I really wanted to do was to make it so that basically because I can't have a permanent freezer or anything, I need to store up much more food. All I really wanted it to do was to be able to change the stack size of kibble from 75 to 200, like hay can stack to 200, and the plant scraps by default stack to 200, but it wouldn't let me do that, so I'm doubling the stack size of all of the food stuff. And I think also, I guess it did the leather and stuff too. So that's something that makes the game a little bit easier, but I made it a lot harder on myself by refusing to research electricity, so not too bad. We're getting very close to complex clothing, which will let us make the parkas that we're going to need to get through the winter. Who's got tattered apparel? The monk gear. Well, why are you wearing this thing? I guess it's... Alright. That's your choice. Moods are not really an issue right now. This room, I actually ideally want to make this be the dining room. I want to make it a little bit more impressive and make it the dining room. Yeah, all this stuff is sitting here. It hasn't been hauled in. I think I'm going to need to rearrange some people's priorities and move hauling up a little bit once the researchers are done with complex clothing. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's a kind of a weird creepy hood, but for a monk, sure. How's this going here? This stuff, prisoner tab. So resistance is down from 24 point something. Oh, there we go. To 21.9. So a little bit. Having him be in a better mood in a nicer room would help. What can I do about that? I could mine this out. Research finished, complex clothing. Okay, so Coleman, you are now grow, plant, cut, and then hauling. We're we've got plenty more plain leather. So we're going to start assigning people to these bedrooms over here. Set owner, Sonoma. Set owner, my. Some more plain leather bedrolls. We can delete this. Normal, 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 normal. Nothing unusual. Ash can. Who else doesn't have a bedroom? Nuna. You've all got your own bedrooms now, so you still got slept on the ground, an awful bedroom. You're not going to have slept on the ground much longer, and maybe we can do something about the awful bedrooms. So, let's look at making a nice little potted plants. Furniture. Plant pot. Make it out of bone. So disturbed sleep, you had that from before. That's going away soon. Slept in the heat. Slept on ground. Now you're chilly. Awful barrack. Oh, just went away. Perfect. So these rooms are awful with score 7. Let's see how much we can boost this up. The monk is fine, perfectly fine, happy right there. Trolsome, your bedroom is awful. Let's haul this out of the way. And then we'll see if we can get you a bed. Plain leather bedroll for you. Put it right inside the door there. Meteorite. Silver. Ooh. We might go after that in a bit, but for now we got more than enough stuff to haul. If a trader shows up, maybe I'll need some silver, but till then, nope. The monk, you're awake. You're a good crafts person. Herder's working on this blueprint here. Okay. Now we can deconstruct this. There you go. You've got a bed now. Your mood might go up a little bit, except that you're ravenously hungry and no one's feeding you. Now why don't you clean this trash and rock rubble there. There we go. Now this mood only has an impressiveness of +1. I think we need to get to 20 to make them not awful. Which, right now it's awful. As soon as that's planted in there, so close. Some floors would help. But other things we can do for this little prisoner guy is give him a little tiny table so that he can eat at a table and not be a savage. Oh, I'm sorry. We're gonna cancel this. We're going to put the table so we want the stool so that the stool can be used for the table and some form of entertainment, recreation. This costs 35. You're going to get one of these. So, the penalties he has right now are for his ratty apparel. I'm not sure if I can do anything about that now. I could maybe throw some apparel in there and see if he'll take it. 8 without table, that's going to go away. Awful prison cell, that's still there. Slept in cold, yep. unsightly environment, cramped interior, naked, but at least we can get his, rest and recreation solved more easily. And we're getting closer to recruiting him. Okay. How are we doing on these? These are all 19 awful. I just need a little boost. What else could I do? Floors. What are my floor options? Wood floor. Bone floor. Bone tile. Takes bone ash. Let's see, what have we got for materials here? We've got some bone ash. What? Yeah. What I really want is to get someone crafting, or hay would be good if we can get that harvested pretty close. We'll see. It's -6 outside. Plants are going to start dying pretty soon. We're at September 5th. Whoops. That's not what I meant to do, but I will want to harvest all this stuff pretty soon. Let me make sure I've got room to store all this here. So, I've got that stuff there. The steel we can get out of here as well. Raw resources. Bone ash, bonecrete, calcium polymer. I think what I'm going to do is create a stockpile zone here where we're going to store wooden bone. We're going to clear all. We're going to make it important that the wood and bone go here. As well as, sure, the bone ash, bonecrete, calcium polymer. Those are all bone-related things. Alright, now we've got plenty of room in there for the food. I'm going to rename this fridge. It's not a fridge yet, but it will get there pretty soon. Grimoire doesn't need to go there either. Finish tribal warfare. Okay. Research. Oh, complex furniture. Good. Okay. Getting some stone blocks. That's good. Granite blocks. We are going to actually... Oh, geez, yeah, we got a whole bunch of granite blocks. Okay, good. Stuff's getting done. I really should start harvesting soon, but I'll push it off a little bit. This might be a mistake. Furniture. Structure, granite wall. And we harvested that already, so we can do a granite door. You know what I could always do to push this beauty up a little bit? Psychic drone, low. Ugh. Well, low's better than high. It is -6 outside. Stuff's gonna start dying from the cold. I really should start prioritizing harvesting. Today is the day that we harvest. Caravan request. If we make deer skull masks 15, they will give us a charge lance. That is a super powerful, an excellent charge lance. Named Furious Kimono. Bears an image of a circle surrounded by hearts. Style is blocky with Fauvist elements. Strikingly, the subjects are in front of 7 crooks. That's... I mean, that sounds amazing. Can I make 15 deer skull masks and bring them to... down there? Maybe. Not sure if I really want a charge lance this early. I mean, charge lance is an awesome weapon. I feel like having it this early would sort of break the tribal feel for it. I'm not going to turn down getting advanced weapons. But, yeah, that's not my top priority. I do have to rescue somebody's mother-in-law or something, right? Time left 16 days. It doesn't say how they're related, but I know they're related to 2 of my colonists. Okay. Alright, everybody's bustling around. This is the day that we start bringing in the crops, regardless of whether or not they are quite finished. I'm going to disallow sowing on this new field too. How's wildlife? Ooh, we got some muffalo and ibex. Okay, we need to do some hunting would be good. It was about 85% done, so we're getting a pretty good harvest. Don't need to store the weapons in here either. I'm gonna have a spot that's just general storage down here. At low priority. And this we're gonna say, this is for, yeah, the foods, yep. Raw resources, no, except plant matter. Items, no. Right? Yeah. Psychic drones ending, that's good. Weapons, no. Apparel, no. Buildings, no. I'm making pemmican out of... Okay, yeah, that's fine. But rather than that, why don't you merge these stacks? Here, slow speed, merge. Let's haul this stuff in. mark this as haul urgently, rather than micromanage. Muffalo are there. Are there... Wait. Oh, you're awake? Okay. So fox I should hunt. Okay. Yes, hunting. Let's do that. It's going to throw people's sleep schedule off, but we will do it. Where is the other wildlife? Oh, okay, so Muffalo up there. We might be able to tame them, although this is not the right season to try to do that. An eclipse, okay. Where else do we have wildlife? Ibex does. We've got them up there. Okay, so after hunting this guy down here, any other predators on the map? No. Mark that for urgent hauling, and then we're going to go up here and hunt these things. Yeah, we'll hunt these things. I'm gonna try to tame Muffalo. Oh. Revenge. Actually, the monk should be more of the meleeer. How you doing there, Nuna? Shivering. Ooh, okay. Yeah, we should probably fix that. It's cold out. Undraft, you're hauling. That's good. Finish off. Finish off. Wait, don't do that. That's dumb. Prioritize hauling. I thought you were hauling. You prioritize hauling all of these pemmican that you're trying to eat without a table. You know you don't like it when you do that. Shivering and some bruises. Okay. But we do need to get Nuna on crafting. Now we can make... Now we can make a crafting bench. Production. Hand tailoring bench. Bone? Yeah. Okay, we're going to make a hand tailoring bench out of bone. We're going to do it down here. Complex furniture and then wax-powered lighting. That's what we want. So this is going to be really cold. Oh, the other thing we want to do is zone, structure. We want to... we can allow that door. But we're going to want to make a bone wall. Yeah, so then they'll go through this way. And that's fine. Oh, I didn't want to rescue them. No, and I definitely don't want to give them medicine. What? We want to... finish off. Cancel, finish off. No! Oy, oy, oy. Finish off. Finish off. There we go. I need to be more careful about whether I'm saying to finish off or to rescue on animals and people. Okay, this is looking a little bit better. We've got bedrooms that are dull. Okay, see, impressiveness 23 dull. The impressiveness 19 was awful. Now these people just have dull bedrooms. How do they feel about that? No problem. No penalty. No huge bonus, but no penalty either. How's this guy feeling about his room that's still kind of awful? Prisoner. His mood is still really suck. Ratty apparel, slept in cold. His prison cell's awful, cramped. Yeah, okay. How about we give you a potted plant? Will that make you feel better? Couple potted plants. What if we structure granite wall, put a corner on there to make it actually finally look nice, and then mine out this stuff here. Yeah, let's mine these things here because they're annoying me. Surprisingly, the cold hasn't killed the stuff off yet. I might have been able to get a better harvest, but you do what you can do. Is this okay? So this is refrigerated, so now it takes quite a bit longer to spoil. The hay's going to take 2 years to spoil, refrigerated, but it's not going to be refrigerated all this time. It's going to eventually get frozen though, and that's going to stop the spoilage altogether. I don't really need to store these blocks in here at all. And so, I think I won't. I think I will store... I don't know. We'll see. This is deteriorating. I don't really care that much. It's not worth very much anyway. If I can get to the point where I can... oh, what was I going to do? Oh, yeah, so someone's building a bone hand tailoring bench, right? Oh, I think I'm past my hour. I just want to get the bench up and going. The tailoring. Stop resting. I want you to build this. Ooh, that looks actually pretty out of bone. I'm used to either the darker steel or the wood. Okay, we've got a tailoring bench. We can make all of these different things now at this tailoring bench. The first thing we're going to make is... yeah, let's make muffalo headdresses. Out of... what else but the blue fur. We're going to do until we have 5. No, we're going to do until we have 3. So as soon as we make one, it's going to get probably hauled or dropped somewhere. Is this okay for... let's shrink this zone. Wait. Is this the zone I left for apparel? This is going to be... just got textiles. You know what? I'll fiddle with this off stream. The important thing is I'm going to make some muffalo headdresses, and then I'm going to make some... I could make parkas that would keep me warmer, but honestly, if I'm making them out of blue fur, dusters should be plenty warm enough. And I'm going to do that until I have 3 as well. We're going to drop them on the floor so that they don't have to run all over. We're going to have them only look for materials nearby, which are standard defaults. Not defaults, but good practice, generally speaking, to keep your pawns who are supposed to be doing the highly skilled labor from running around all over the place, and let the ponds, or eventually if you have them animals that are doing hauling, do the hauling. So we're going to start making some muffalo headdresses and some muffalo dusters, so that these people will be warm enough for winter, because temperature is going to get cold. Yeah, it's going to get down to about 0 probably. But that's where we're going to wrap it up for now. Thanks, and we will continue this one. I don't know when I'm going to do the next episode. I might do another one this weekend. It might be a week. Don't necessarily expect them these things every twice a week to every couple days, but we'll see. Thanks for sticking around and watching this, and I hope you enjoyed it.